classic, straightforward, not so easy to do, pero worth it. Worth your time, worth your effort. If you do it right, pwedeng pang ulam, pwede ding pang pulutan. This recipe is very simple to cook but takes so much time and effort to get everything ready. Look at that, no? We've chopped a lot of our vegetables, we've prepared our meat, and pag nagtatanong nga sa akin, gusto mo ba ng Bopis? Sasabihin ko talaga, okay langs. Di ba? Kasi ang Bopis means langs. And today, this is something that is a challenge for me to prepare. Kasi ang daming prep, no? Earlier on, pinakuluan, pinalambot na natin yung ating langs, ang baga or ang Bopis with the heart of the pig and also kidney, no? Or tinatawag na bato. And I have my array of vegetables here, carrots, radish, of course, bell peppers, then ating mga aromatics. First and foremost, I will prepare my annatto oil. Kasi ito talaga siya ang nagbibigay ng orange color ng ating Bopis. If you're familiar with Bopis, para siyang mga tinadtad na lamang loob, di ba? And I just have here oil, which I'm heating up, and I will infuse it with the color of our annatto. This is the annatto or the achuete. We don't want to burn it, but we just want to get as much of the orange color as possible. And I will use that to saute our vegetables. Once we get this going, everything is so easy to do dahil all we have to do is saute all our other ingredients. When you slaughter a whole pig, di ba may mga laman loob? Yan. Ito yung ninuluto para sa mga manginginom, di ba? Yan. People who love to drink, perfect with beer or rum or gin or anong meron. So magigisa tayo. I start off with the ginger. So ginger yung inuna ko. Then I have a mix of red onions and white onions and garlic. But gisa-gisa muna tayo. We want to get the aroma of our aromatics. And earlier, when we boiled our lamang loob, our kidney, heart, and pig lungs, we added a bit of garlic, onions, whole peppercorns, salt, and vinegar. And of course, laurel leaves, no? So it removes that stench, no? Yung malansa, no? Yung malansa na aroma, awful smell of the offal, lamang loob. And be very sure to rinse it properly, both before boiling and after boiling. So yan ang tinatawag din ng sangkot siya, di ba? Par cooked. And I will also add my laurel leaves now. Kasi maganda kasi pag mag-isa, brings out the flavor more. And now I will add my mix of meats. And ito medyo marami yung ginawa ko dahil perfect for the weekend, di ba? Yung mga mahilig magpulutan ng Bopis. Yan. And a lot of people, especially if you're in the States or in Europe, you may have a hard time looking for mga lamang loob for this recipe. Pero if you have the chance, try to cook it, no? And ito siya yung mga dishes na really parang calls for the Filipino bayanihan spirit. Nakakapagod siya i-prep kung ikaw lang mag-isa. Kaya usually, pag piyesta, a lot of people are called to the kitchen to help, di ba? Yung mga tinatawag na cocinero de campanilla, no? Mga cooks for hire nung unang panahon. Yan. Yes, I seasoned with a bit of salt. Nagiging maputla siya. That's why I will add a bit more of my annatto oil here. So, around the country, iba-iba din yung version nito, no? Meron ring tumatawag nito na palutok, no? Because of the popping sound when you eat it, di ba? Merong mga different textures of the meats. Ito talaga tong mga dishes that call for friendship and cooperation. Cooperation to prepare this kasi ang daming kailangan i-prep. Ang pag-chop-chop lang nito, medyo inabutan ako ng almost an hour. Ito, hindi pa ako nagluluto. Napagod na. Pero it's really worth preparing, especially pag miss mo na to, di ba? Well, alam mo, a lot of people eat this naman. May mga taong ayaw kumain ng lamang loob ba? Pero there are people who will eat this kind of food basta alam nila kung sino nagluto. It is very traumatic for people who tried for the first time and hindi tama yung pagkahanda, no? So ito siya, we really made sure that our pork is already tender. And this is the key. You cook it with vinegar. So I'm adding vinegar, suka. So medyo may pagka-adobo feels, di ba? And that is why you can keep it for a long time. Kahit hindi mo siya refrigerate, pwede siyang iiwan lang sa labas habang nag-iinuman dahil sa suka. Sa preservative, bit of soy sauce. And what we want to do, we want this to simmer for a little while so that all the flavors come together. And I also add like konting sugar lang, no, just to balance. Not to make it sweet, ha. Hindi natin, ayaw natin ng Bopis na matamis. Pero it just like balances off the flavor. I'm adding just a pack of Maggi. This is really just salt and aromatics. Stir that in. And I will let this simmer for a little while. Let it cook, no, for all the flavors to come together. And ito siya, may konting bite pa siya, no? So, you want to cook it now na may kasamang mga aromatics and timpla para magiging malasa siya and tender at the same time. And ito siya, ahanda ko yung aking sili. Diba? A little bit of spice will just make it more delicious. Ako, 3 lang kasi may ayaw na maanghang. A bit of patience to wait for your meats to cook until tender. Kaya tayo, laging island gas yung gamit natin kasi tama sa timbang. You know that you won't run out of your LPG anytime soon because tama-tama talaga yung laman ng ating tangke. May chili. Be careful. Kayo, pag kumakain kayo o nagluluto kayo ng Bopis, gusto nyo maanghang or not maanghang. And now, it's time for me to add my carrots because the carrots also need time to cook. Ito, medyo maraming carrots. Carrots. Sabi nga ng iba, carrots. Labanos. Kutis labanos. Puting-puti. Play of flavors. Iba-iba yung texture niya. At yung textures din ng iba't ibang vegetables. Lalagyan ko na ng black pepper. So, ganyan talaga pag nagluluto. Tansya-tansya. Pero pag bumibili ng gas, dapat eksakto sa timbang island gas. May ibang tawag ba ng Bopis sa inyo? Comment nyo nga. At kung may iba kayong version ng Bopis sa probinsya nyo, also tell me. It's a dish cooked mainly with pork lungs. Very nice color. Tender vegetables, tender meats. And now I will add my bell peppers. Ako, hinuhuli ko tong bell pepper because, you know, I like the flavor of the bell pepper. And it doesn't turn to mush, no? Dapat nakikita ko pa rin yung bell pepper para sobrang ganda tingnan ng ating Bopis. If you want to add pepper, if you want to add chili, you can add at this time. But for me, it's already perfect. Amoy Bopis na ako! And if you want to learn more recipes like this and other recipes as well, not only will we be cooking, but we will also be traveling. O, abangan nyo yan, ha? And, eto na yung ating Bopis. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, everyone. And also, don't forget to tap on the bell button to get notified for more recipes. This is my version of Bopis, but it's very similar to all the other classic preparations. Now, I won't taste. I'm going to eat now. Personally, I really like it pag hindi masyadong tad-tad yung meat. Yung may nangunguya pa. And it's tender but not too tender. So I know I'm eating meat, not mush. Malinamnam, may konting spice and may konting asim sa dulo. This is classic, straightforward, not so easy to do, pero worth it Worth your time, worth your effort. If you do it right, pwedeng pang ulam, pwede ding pang pulutan. Napakasarap ng ating Bopis. Kaya try to cook this at home. Ako, lalarga na ako habang kaya ko pang maglakad.